Well, Graham, talk about an entertaining start to the new year. Probably not the start you wanted with the first half, but what a comeback.
Well, if I try and digest or break the game down in segments, I think for the first 20 minutes we got out of blocks, we started fast, we went one-on-one with the goalie, we had a couple of chances that we should have finished, we should have scored, settle everybody down. We then looked as if we then hit a brick wall, and we just didn't compete then for the remaining 25 minutes of the first half. In fact, Crawley were much better than us for that period. We then come out at half time. We come out after half time, and we played on the front foot, exactly what I wanted from the off. And we started to get involved in tackles and in duels and in first contact, second balls, and then all of a sudden the momentum swung for us. But yeah, I would expect that type of levels from us week in, week out, but I got to give the lads benefit of the doubt. I've asked them to go again 3 games back to back over the Christmas period, so there was an element of tiredness, and I've just obviously mentioned it to them in the changing room. Possibly should have freshened it up. I possibly should have made more changes, so that has to be down to me rather than the players. But when you're looking at a group of lads in the form and playing the way they've been playing, I felt I gave them the benefit of the doubt, and I allowed them to keep their jerseys and stay in. But in hindsight, yes, I have to hold my hand up. I should have probably made several changes to the team rather than just the 2. I should have made several changes to freshen the thing up, freshen the squad up, freshen the team up, because they have been working extremely hard over the period for us.
Can't question the character, can you?
No, I don't think the character, the resilience of the lads has ever been in doubt, really. One of the lads just mentioned in the changing room, we would have probably lost that game a few months back. So yes, it's and lo and behold, we should have probably went and won it. To be honest, yeah, it was a very, from my point of view, frustrating afternoon. But as you quite rightly said, the character and the resilience that the players have shown has been very, very good.
And it always helps a manager when the subs work out, and Matthew.owen and Fran Zazala delivered. Yeah,
but I can look at that and say they're good substitutions, but then I'm sure my critics would look at that and say, well, they should have been on from the start, and I'd probably have to agree, because like I say, I probably should have changed and freshened up the team. But those lads, I've spoken about continuity and consistency since I've come in the front door. And to take those jerseys away from those lads would have been harsh, but it probably would have been the right thing to do. But I just gave the players the benefit of the doubt, because I trust them, and I bought into them so much since I come through the front door. So they'll certainly sleep tonight. They'll have a couple of days rest, obviously, given the period that they've had. But not only that, I think that today was a culmination of the intensity, the levels, the sessions we've been doing, what we've been asking since the day we've come in. So I've got to cut the lads a little bit of slack, and I've got to give them the benefit of the doubt. And again, look, they've come away there today from a game. Look, we looked dead and buried. We looked dead on our feet. We looked flat. The stadium was flat. We weren't getting the rub of the green. And as you quite rightly say, for them to rise up and to show character, to show resilience. And I think I mentioned it from the day I come into the club. These boys care. These boys play for this football club. They love playing for the club. They love representing the fans and the club. And I think they deserve probably a pat on the back for their efforts in the second half.
Now, I've got to ask you, reactions on the bench during injury time. You and Darren Byfield got red cards off the referee. Why?
Well, what I was accused of was so far from the truth, so I'll possibly due an apology in the morning. There was obviously then there was 3 penalty incidents that were clear penalties, weren't they? From all to see. And the referee had an outstanding viewpoint, so that's again something that I'll need to hear from, and I'll be asking questions in the morning regarding. But look, I don't want to stand here and make comment. I'm due an apology for what I was accused of. So until that comes true, then I'll make no further comment.
Can you tell us what you were accused of?
No, I won't make it. I didn't do what I was accused of, so there's pointless me making any further comment.
So do you expect the red card to be rescinded, or will you appeal if it is brought against you?
Oh, I'll see what they say. Let's let the referees and the fourth official calm down, assess it, and let's let nature run its course, and we'll consider our actions when we hear what the referees have to say.
And just finally from me, New Year transfer window is open now. You've sort of cleared the decks with 3 loans going back. Anybody likely to come in this week? Are you in a hurry or?
Well, I'm not in a hurry. I'm glad we don't have another game coming quickly. I'm glad we've got a little break for the players between now and I don't even know what day of the week we're on. Monday, is it? Monday to Saturday. So I'm glad there's a few days rest coming for the lads. But yeah, we're actively looking. We're actively seeking. So what will be will be. It's notoriously it's a difficult window. But yes, I would like to add 1 or 2 players to the squad.
Thanks so much.
Could I just check? The accusation was. When you say accusation, the ref said you said it's not an accusation from the Crawley bench, is it?
No. There was no.
It's just
Look, when in football, when everybody gets up and there's a number of bodies, it looks a lot worse than it does, and that's not on the benches. That's on the pitch as well, and when there's bodies around and all that. But it was a heat of the moment. There was something happened and it shouldn't have happened. I've asked somebody. There's no point in me talking. There's no point in me getting involved in it because I don't really want to get involved in it, to be honest. But look, let's see. If I get an apology, I get an apology. If I don't, I'll just have to fight my corner with it.
Matty Dolan, he's your predecessors have always said what a good bloke he is around the training ground and everything like that. What a leader he is, but what a moment for him as well to come in and really spark that.
Yeah, Matty's different class. Matty's a proper leader. He's a proper man. He's my type of guy. To be fair, I can't speak highly enough of him. He's had to be patient really in the team. He's been in and out obviously over the last 12 months. But Matty for me is priceless. He's a real figurehead at this football club. He loves the club as well, and he's a pleasure to have around the place.
He's not far off his sick bed as well either, is it?
Yeah. Well, look, it's strange how football happens. He wasn't available to us. I can't remember the days of the week. It was a Boxing Day. I don't know. Whenever he wasn't available to us, he was ill. He wasn't well. But he's come in and he's obviously fought his way back from a little bit of illness. He's still not right. There's 1 or 2 of them in the changing room that's still not right. So it's been a tough Christmas period with weather, with facilities, with illness, with game being called off. So it's been a bag of all sorts. But again, like I say, I think we mentioned it before or the start of the interview, the resilience and the character that these players show is second to none. And you will always get games like that during the season because let's be honest, our lads was on a hiding to nothing today. There wasn't one person who came to this ground today that thought this is a walk in the park, and football just isn't like that. Football is not like that. It's a million miles from that, and I warned the players about that before the match. Nobody gives you anything in football. We weren't at it. We weren't up to our usual standards. But we've got out of jail. We have got out of jail, and again, the character resilience could have quite easily won the game for us. Had the 3 decisions, maybe one of them fallen our way, we might have won it. But like I say, again, I'm stood here in front. A game that maybe we should have won, but we got a little bit sloppy. Not like us, sloppiness and laziness, tiredness. Not like us at all. So it'd be very, very hard for me to criticise the lads given what they've been given over the last 3 months.
The crowd helped in that.
The crowd were brilliant. The crowd drove us on, and you could sense in the first half it was flat. You could sense that there was an expectation level from the crowd. You could sense that it was very, very flat. But in the second half, and it just took a couple of tackles, it just took a couple of us to get on the front foot, it took a couple of substitutions, and the crowd got right up for it and right behind us and drove us on. And probably had we not had the passionate support that they bring to this ground, we probably might not have got back in the game. So they deserve a pat on the back as well, and they've really dragged us through, and that epitomises top quality fans when you're down and out. And they don't let you, they don't allow you to get your head down. They allow you to pick yourself up, and they really got us back in the game. And yeah, it was a big pat on the back to the fans as well to keep us going.
When the dust settles, a few nice headaches for Rochdale now, given the impact on the bench.
Well, yeah, the lads was look. I've always said the squad is a great bunch of boys, but Let me think about I'll think about tomorrow when I wake up in the morning. Gee whiz, it's and I'll think about Saturday when I get closer. It's just digesting what's happened today, digesting the 3 games, and just getting through. Just having to check up the walking wounded, try to have an assessment with them in the morning, see how they're feeling, see where they are. So we've got a few days to ourselves now that we can maybe have a little assessment of who's fit and who's not fit.
You need both. I think I need a darkened room, but bit of housekeeping. Nathan Murray Welsh, was he injured? Or
yeah. He was. Look, he's a big miss for us. It was touch and go. He didn't train with us yesterday. Was it Saturday and Sunday? If I've got my days right, if I got them wrong, I apologise. But the 2 days he hadn't trained with us for the 2 days. Obviously, with he's picked up a knock. I think it was here late in Orient. I think we seen him go down. So that was a blow to us. Again, that was a late change in the team. So you could tell maybe it was a little bit of. It wasn't fluent. We had obviously had to change late, so that again was another hurdle we had to get over. Yeah, but he was a big miss to us, to be fair. So we're hoping that it's not too serious, and he should be okay for the weekend. Fingers crossed.
The comeback just shows the Newport County spirit is still here and still fighting.
Yeah. I think the fans played a big part in that as well, as we said. But these lads don't know when to be. They're a great bunch of lads. They don't know when to be. And when you come back from 2-0 down and you draw 2-all, it feels like a win. It's a real boost. Real boost of confidence. It was untidy, it was scrappy, it was a bitty in the first half. We should have maybe punished. We should punish teams when we get chances. We allowed them in, not like us. We got some sloppy moments. You could see the tiredness in us. You could see the fatigue factor. When you got that noise behind you, when you got that driving force behind you, they tend to drag you over the line, and they done that today. So they deserve as much of the plaudits as the players do.
You said you're actively looking in the transfer window. What areas are you looking at? James Rowe, we said over the summer he was always after a number 10. Is that still the case, or has it changed under you?
I never said that. James said that. So you best speak to James. To be honest, I look to strengthen the team. I'll look at 1 or 2 players. I will look to strengthen the team. I'll look at 1 or 2 areas of the team that need strengthening.
Newport County only won 7 games at home in the calendar year 2020. That must be one of the things you need to improve on coming into 2023.
Well, I wasn't in charge for the whole year, so I wouldn't like to comment on someone else's work.
Fair enough, thank you.